When am I gonna get out of this jail? The guy's next to me, he's playing with his I'm like, bro, what is happening with my life?
馆长，
对啊，
那这什么东西？
这是剑，是假的。
哪个剑啊？
对啊，你可以拿出来。
为什么要带这个？干嘛？
没有什么不舒服，我很好，累而已。
涉嫌那个妨碍自由通缉，所以我们要将你逮捕。好，对，手。
Imagine being young, famous, and traveling across Asia thinking the rules don't apply to you, only to end up in handcuffs. And now, he's facing up to 2 years in prison. That's exactly what just happened to Jacob Hugmeyer, a 26-year-old American model, Instagram influencer, and streamer who many are now calling the new Johnny Somali, or even another version of Vitaly Zordovetsky. Jacob built up a flashy online image with over 130,000 followers on Instagram, showing off his lifestyle and even speaking decent Chinese to connect with audiences in Asia. But behind all that, his reckless behavior caught up with him.
没有什么不舒服，我很好，累而已。
看到人吓到了，下雨这水可能会淹上来。
While visiting Taiwan, Jacob decided to push the limits, ignoring laws and treating the country like it was his playground.
This looks dangerous as fuck, so we're gonna go this way. Question is, how the fuck do we get over here? Because there's a goddamn tree in the way.
And now, he's been arrested, facing serious criminal charges that could lock him away for up to 2 years in prison. Just like Johnny Somali, Jacob thought being a nuisance streamer would get him fame and attention, but instead it might cost him everything. This is the story of how one American influencer lost it all in Taiwan. His freedom, his career, and his future. Let's get into it, and make sure you watch this video until the very end to see how everything unfolds. So, how did it all start? Well, people like Jacob Hugmeyer are clearly inspired by streamers such as Johnny Somali and Vitaly Zordovetsky, other nuisance creators who use the label of being American as a shield while harassing people across Asian countries. They think the laws are weak, that the cases won't stick, and that they can walk away without consequences. But Jacob made a huge mistake. In January 2025, while in Taiwan, Jacob stayed overnight at Yangmei Railway Station. The station officially closes at midnight, but instead of leaving, he remained there until 5 a.m. the next morning. To make matters worse, he didn't just do it quietly. He recorded the whole thing and even uploaded the video on Threads to show off his actions.
Somebody told me before that you can sleep in the train station. Oh, that's where we're going. Hopefully they were right. As long as I'm not fucking in the wind, I think is the biggest thing. Bro, I've been sleeping on benches. I've been sleeping just on the fucking concrete floor like this. And I'm fine. Not comfortable, but who cares? I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Ooh, I could sleep in the little ball place here. It's so bright. I'm complaining about the brightness rather than freezing to death. To be honest,
Honestly, it's hard to even call this content. Sleeping on the road, sleeping in a train station, is that really something worth showing online? This kind of reckless, attention-seeking behavior is exactly what defines a nuisance streamer. But this was just the beginning. Let's take a look at what Jacob did next.
This is quite eerie right now. There's no one here. It's like a zombie apocalypse or something. There's not even somebody at the table here. It's just dead quiet. Can I sleep here? Here's my bed. It'd be comfortable, right? I can look around my new home for a little bit before I sleep. It's about midnight right now. There's nobody here. I made it. I didn't expect to be locked inside. What the fuck happened today in the morning? It's like 5 a.m. right now. So I rushed out, grabbed my bag.
Of course, this didn't go unnoticed. The station manager filed a complaint accusing Jacob of disturbing public order. That single report quickly turned into a criminal case, and from that moment, Jacob's nightmare in Taiwan began. Next, Jacob made another major mistake, failing to appear in court. The court had officially sent him a notice to appear, but he ignored it. As a result, an arrest warrant was issued in his name. The logic is simple. Ignoring a court summons is considered obstructing the judicial process, which is a serious offense. To make matters worse, reports later revealed that Jacob made disrespectful comments about the Taiwan police, further fueling public outrage and making his situation even more precarious.
When am I gonna get out of this jail? The guy's next to me, he's playing with his I'm like, bro, what is happening with my life? See like the handcuff marks? What the hell? 下播了之后，警察就是在外面等我，我 fucking I don't even know, man. 奇怪的经验。
Later, Jacob made another reckless move. He ignored court orders and fled Taiwan, treating the country's laws like they didn't exist. It was as if he thought he could buy or override the system entirely. Just like Johnny Somali or Vitaly Zordovetsky, he seemed to want to return to Taiwan just to challenge the law, daring authorities to catch him. And that's exactly what he did. In August 2025, Jacob returned to Taiwan. On August 22nd, around noon, he was live streaming a video titled "Come Shopping With Me." The Tamsui police tracked his location through the live stream and immediately went to Zhongshan East Road Shopping Mall in Taipei, where they arrested him.
涉嫌那个妨碍自由通缉，所以我们要将你逮捕。好，对，在手。好，走吧。好的。
After questioning, Jacob was handed over to the Taoyuan District Prosecutor's Office. Authorities have issued a clear warning. If he ignores any future notices from the judiciary or police, he will be placed on the wanted list, and his legal rights could be severely affected. According to Taiwan law, reports suggest that he could face up to 2 years in prison. While sleeping in the train station without permission may not be considered a serious crime on its own, ignoring court orders and fleeing Taiwan is a much bigger offense. The act of disrupting public order, as seen in his behavior at the station and elsewhere, could carry a prison sentence of up to 2 years. Additionally, trespassing at the railway station could result in 3 days of detention and a fine of around 18,000 Taiwanese dollars. Other related charges could also apply, making his situation even more serious. However, we just got a latest update. Jacob Pugmire has now been released from prison. The authorities allowed him to leave. This decision is controversial because it could give him the chance to cause even bigger problems, not only in Taiwan, but potentially in other countries as well. Even after receiving multiple warnings from the Taiwanese police, he continued to break the law, showing blatant disregard for rules and public safety.
对啊，
这什么东西？
这是剑，是假的。
哪个剑啊？
对啊，你可以拿出来。
为什么要带这个？
粉丝给我，
谁？
粉丝，
粉丝给你的哦。
但是没错，不是真的。
可是
Bro did not like my sword.
干嘛？
没有什么不舒服，
我很好，累而已。
看到人吓到了。下雨的水可能会淹上来。
So basically, streamers like Jacob Pugmire are another version of Johnny Somali and Vitaly Zadorevsky, people who completely ignore the law and engage in reckless behavior all over Asia, acting as if rules don't exist for them.
CX is super, but I'm so.
If authorities simply let them go because they're American, it hurts the reputation of the United States, just like what happened with Johnny Somali. They exploit public safety and even try to use money or influence, similar to how Vitaly Zadorevsky reportedly attempted to bribe authorities in the Philippines deportation.
The deportation proceedings is undergoing together with the criminal case.
The bigger picture is clear. When these nuisance streamers break the law outside the US, they don't just damage their own image, they make America look bad too. People like Johnny Somali constantly brag about being American, but all that does is worsen the situation and disrespect the law.
I'm a VIP in this country. I'm a United States citizen. I'm a VIP. They cannot allow an American citizen to die in South Korea. Do you understand what Trump would do?
If others follow the same path, this cycle will continue. That's why authorities everywhere need to take strict action and restrict such behavior before it escalates further. What do you think about this kind of streamer? Do you agree that letting them act freely abroad damages both law and reputation?